from Pennsville High School and Highland High School's coach, Bob Wagner. And it was not an easy vote. It was very, very tight. Every single coach actually received votes, which doesn't always happen. Sometimes when you get through the stats of what the teams did, it kind of comes down to, it kind of throws the votes in one way. And it was a very tight race, but I think we have an absolute gem who is actually going to be our coach of the year this year. They will actually receive a very nice plaque and a gift certificate to PJ Wellahans to use at any of the restaurants in the area. Kind of good to sit down and have a nice dinner, since the season's over and you've gone crazy all year. This team was absolutely incredible and really just kind of got nicked at the end for Team of the Year, as Haddonfield took the Team of the Year. And it was a really tight battle. They were the Camden County champions, They were the Olympic Conference champions. They were the Group 4 sectional champions. They have 2 members from the All-South Jersey team. They were 3rd at the Group 4 state meet. They had, at the Olympic Conference meet, which is a brutal contest at Gloucester County College, they had 7 of the top 12 in that race, in the JV race, which goes to show you this team isn't going anywhere anytime soon. At the Camden County meet, their JV team scored 20 points to win by 70. And looking up some of their stats, it was absolutely incredible. Because talking about a team that this gentleman has taken over, this is not an actual program that you would sit there and say, wow, they have this big, long tradition of being an incredible cross-country team. They've had some good years, but they were in the past a long ways ago. That past is about to come back and repeat itself. At the Olympic Conference meet in the varsity race, they went sophomore, senior, junior, sophomore. I'm sorry, one more junior and a sophomore. All right. In the JV race, now if you can listen to this is what would actually frighten some people. Their last varsity runner ran 17:07 at the Olympic Conference meet. At that same meet, the JV race, their first runner ran 17:15. Where they went freshman, senior, junior, freshman, sophomore, junior, sophomore, freshman, junior, freshman, sophomore, freshman. Their next kid didn't have a year listed next to him, so probably a freshman if you're just going by the odds. Which put 19 gentlemen under 20 minutes at the Olympic Conference meet in the JV race. So this is not just a group of, somebody hitting the lottery and getting a bunch of guys. This is a coach who's absolutely built a program. When actually speaking with other people about him, and I've known Matt for a long time, one of the things that people always say about him, it's not just such as a good coach, he's such a good person. He really is a guy who really gets his gentlemen to actually act accordingly as you would want to have them. You've got to be so thrilled to have him as your coach of your son. He's a great teacher at his middle school, and even so much that his middle school friends are here this evening as well. And that really speaks to what he has done over at Charter East. This year's Coach of the Year, Matt Siegler from Charter East.
It is an honor. I actually prepared a few words, and then one person after another came in the door, and so I just ripped that up, and I'm just going to thank a few people. Well, here's a little life lesson, kids. When your mom shows up and she lives an hour away, it's because you either did something really good or you did something really bad. So you can start with that. My brothers are here, Greg and Vin. They both ran at Paul 6 when Greg was in high school, 4-time Courier Post Cup winner. Vin was a 2-time All-South Jersey runner. This sport is in our blood. And so that makes this even more special. My niece Morgan is a freshman at Paul 6 now. And not that she had any choice in it, but she chose to run on her own. So we're proud of her for that. John Cafani is like a brother to me. He's a principal in Cherry Hill. And my mentor at Cantonese is also here. He is my principal. And so I have 2 principals. I'm not sure how many principals are in the room, but I have 2 representing me tonight. And that's one of the reasons why we've had success. And I just want to, before I go on, I just want to thank Chris Callanan, Chris Threshen, Nick Baker, John Grady, and especially Matt Sisliola for putting this night together. Can we give them one more round of applause? Jeff Shute, Pennsville, Tim Tedesco, Northern Burlington, Bob Wagner, Highland, Nick Baker, Haddonfield, and Steve Shackley, Cherokee. They are the names of the teams and the coaches, the gentlemen, I should say, who are also nominated. Personally, it is an honor to hear my name associated with those gentlemen. And speaking on behalf of my guys, it is an honor to hear our team mentioned in the same breath as those schools. We actually have a pretty good tradition going back 25 years or so, and I'd like to thank Don Witzig, Steve Shackley, and Dennis Smythe. Dennis is actually the gentleman that takes South Jersey Pick Shooter, puts 5,000 pictures up a night, and Steve is the current coach at Cherokee. They have established a tradition that our kids are well aware of, and our success today is also a credit to them. I've always been taught, if you want to be great, surround yourself with great people, and I've done that with Anthony Maniscalco. He's our girls coach, and with 40 boys and only one coach being me, he is another coach, like another head coach. This could just as easily be him standing up here. And he likes to remind me that before he started helping out, we didn't win nearly as much. So he asked me to mention that. Parents, I'd like to thank our parents especially. And if I started telling you all the things that they do, I would definitely exceed my time. But I just want to say, cross-country parents are the best sports parents. And kids, you have to appreciate this. Your parents go up to Homedale Park, and there's no easy way to get there. They park in a parking lot that's 2 miles away. They take a shuttle bus, and when they get there, all excited, when they finally make the journey, they ask the coach, where do we go to cheer? And I point to them a small strip of ground with 300 people in the starting line, and it's a good chance that they don't even see you. But they go up there anyway, and they hustle to the finish line, and they probably see about 3% of your race. And then when you're done the race, you don't want to talk to them afterwards. So I want to thank our parents, but I want to thank all of the cross-country parents, because I do mean that you are the best sports parents. And most importantly, I want to thank our kids. It's really easy to think of a coach's job as writing workouts and making sure buses show up on time and things like that. But really what we're doing is selling a dream. And we actually heard Lewis talk about this earlier tonight. He sat in this room a couple of years ago, and it became his dream to stand up here and give that speech. And I need to tell you, there's nothing more rewarding than helping kids reach their dreams. And then when they actually obtain those dreams, it makes it all worthwhile. And so thank you guys for buying into this dream. And I hope that we can create some new dreams and hopefully achieve them. But I don't take for granted the belief that you have in me, and I really appreciate it. Last but not least, you are here tonight not because you were good, but because you were amazing. You set yourself aside from a lot of good athletes who did not make it tonight. And the second reason that you're here tonight is because of the support that you've had. When coaches speak, we'll often talk, and this is not meant in a negative way, but we'll talk about kids who are really good, and boy, wouldn't it be nice to coach that kid. And they could be here, but they don't have that support. Well, like I said, my mom drove an hour to be here, and I just want to tell her anything good I've done is because of you and Dad, so thank you. And I'll ask the kids one favor. So you've had a tremendous amount of support. It's an honor to have this award, but what really means something to you, to your coaches and your parents and whoever else has helped you, is you saying thank you. So at some point, whether it's tonight or tomorrow or at some time on your own terms, please make sure that you thank the people who have helped you obtain what you have obtained. So thank you again. It is an honor to be in this room with this amount of greatness, and thank you.